with the rifle. Now I'm out here, last day can hunt up here with the muzzleloader. Went a little bit further up, found a nice comfortable spot to sit on the rocks. Watch this trail. Could promise us snow later on. At home it was going to rain all day, so it's going to be colder up here to snow, so it's a lot easier sitting in the snow. And really didn't want to be sitting in the friggin' truck. Getting tired of sitting in the truck. So I'm going to give it my big try right here today. Show you what I got. Trail heading deeper in the woods is up that way. Mountain up there. I came from down that way. Big rocks here everywhere. See what happens. Well, a lot of woodpeckers out here, I can tell you that much. I can hear the stream running down behind me too. Don't normally hear that stream, but I had a lot of rain the last few days, so it must be running pretty good right now. Pretty overcast and cool out right now. It was like 28 when I got here. There's a chance of rain in Brownville. Around 11 to 1, but I don't know if it's going to be warm enough up here for that. I'm in the mountains. I specifically and intentionally drove up into the mountains, up on a high area to try and stay out of the rain so I can sit all day. Hopefully it'll just snow. There goes another woodpecker. Nothing else besides woodpecker so far. Well, just as predicted, it's starting to rain a little bit. It starts and stops and starts and stops, so I may have to head back to the truck. I don't want this camera getting ruined. There's no fir trees around here to hide under. It's all beech and white birch and yellow birch. There's not a leaf on the tree anywhere anymore. Well, some over there, just some beech trees, little ones, but nowhere to hide out of the rain. So I may have to go back to the truck and find a place I can sit. It's supposed to rain till like 2 o'clock. It's around 10 now, so I'll have to find some place I can sit and watch from the truck. Well, stay tuned.
Well, come across around the corner and there's 2 bucks in the road. I didn't know they were bucks. They're up a little ways and I see 2 deer inside the road. And so I got the camera out. I said, might as well get some film of some does because I didn't really want to shoot any does. And sure enough, 2 bucks. They're probably 6-pointers. 2 of them good sized bodies. So I was debating, am I gonna have enough time to get the gun out? Have to stop the truck, put the cap in the muzzleloader. I can shoot legally out of a vehicle as long as it's not moving. So that's what I did. I stopped the truck, put the cap in, got the window down. By that time, the front buck had wandered off and we went up the bank, so I didn't have any chance with that one. And the other one was going along the side of the road, then it come across, and it was right in a fir tree, right on the edge of the road on the right hand side. So I put the crosshairs on it, and I was debating, it's like, it's not a very big deer. I've been trying to hold off for a 200-pounder for a long time, but I'd also like to get a deer someday, because I haven't had any in quite a while. And it was a decent deer. So I decided I was going to take a shot. I had the crosshairs right on the vitals, take my time, squeeze off the trigger, and a puff of smoke. Enough of that smoke cleared, I could see the legs going up off to the left-hand side, going up the bank. So I went over to where the deer was. I don't see any blood, any fur. Followed across the road, see the tracks, and I don't know how it scaled the bank the way it did, because I see tracks at the bottom of a bank. It's like an 8-foot tall bank. I don't see another track on the bank going up. So I went with my snowmobile boots and climbed all through there for 100 yards or so, trying to follow trails where you can't even see the leaves are so thick in there that it's hard to even see a track. So I came back out, and I noticed that I had followed the wrong track. I'd followed the first deer's track that went in first, and the other one I shot at was further up. So I went up. So where that track was, come back here, took my snowmobile boots up, put my regular boots on, and went back out there with crutches, trying to walk on this stuff. And I couldn't find anything. There's no blood. So I don't know. I obviously must have missed. Shooting up this hill, it's probably about 100 yards. My dilemma was, when we were sighting in our guns, muzzleloaders, we ran out of the bullets that we were using. I got them now. I found some yesterday, so I bought another package of them. Where are they? I don't know, because they're supposed to be right here. Well, anyway, they're the muzzleloader bullets right here. Now, these kind. This is what I had sighted the rifle in. So when we go try and buy some more bullets, they didn't have any more of those, so we had to buy the saboted ones with a sleeve, It's a 45 caliber instead of a 50 caliber. So that's all we had. And I assumed, I was hoping I was going to shoot right, but evidently, I don't know, maybe that shot over the deer or under the deer. I don't know what happened. But I could not find a lick of blood anywhere. I couldn't find a drop of fur anywhere. And, it was what tracks I did see. It didn't look like it was having any problems. And it wasn't going any, sometimes they say when it's wounded, it'll go low. And, this one was going up hills and everything else. And I don't know. I guess I just, my first time I've seen actual deer during the day, and there was 2 bucks as I just turned this corner. And like I said, they were so far, far enough away where I couldn't tell what they were. So I had to put the camera on. So I zoomed in on the camera. I noticed they were bucks. You'll see my camera. Obviously, I put it down. I didn't have a chance to try and stick it somewhere. It was raining and stuff. Wasn't going to get any footage because the windshield's all blurry. I was just trying to get the muzzleloader loaded and ready. So I guess I blew that. Frustrating. Oh well, I guess moving on, I guess. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's another thing about hunting in the mountains. Your cell service is absolutely horrible. I had texted my brother at 11 o'clock when I shot at those deer, and he's been hunting out here too, but further out. in another area. He just got my text at like 2:30 and come rushing down here, and he went in to go see, but there's, you know, 1.5 to 2 inches of snow on the ground now, and it's 3 hours later, so I can't imagine there's going to be anything. Obviously, you're not going to see blood or probably any tracks anymore. Look at I'll show you what it's doing outside. I can't tell already. It's got a lot of snow right here. This is the area. Deer went up that bank right in there. Tracks right up over there. That's where they went. So yeah, there's a little bit less snow inside, but I can't imagine you're going to see anything in there. But, and of course, you just drive down the road 1/4 mile, or well, 1/2 mile anyway, and most of the snow is not sticking on the road. Since we're up in this higher elevation right here where it's, you know, started accumulating a lot faster. But anyway, my brother's up in there taking a look. Hopefully this, you know, hopefully I didn't hit it. Can't imagine I did. I couldn't find a drop of blood. Like I said, I had to use different bullet with the muzzleloader, but Ronald shot his gun with it and it seemed to shoot fine. His gun was still fairly accurate with it, so I didn't think there would be a much difference, but forgetting that the saboted bullets are 45 caliber and the other bullets that we normally sight in are 50 caliber, and the saboted one was a 250 grain and the regular 50 caliber is 270 grain, so I may have shot over it. I had it, you know, right on the vitals where it should be, and there was nothing. My brother's already back in, so I'm assuming he didn't say anything. It's horrible frickin' weather anyway.
I don't know.
Nothing. Can't even see the ground for sure.
No,
Yeah.
You can see leaf marks all over the place. But
Yeah. You can see I marked the arrow. That's where the first one is. And it marked the arrow where I found the other track up there, so that's where they both went in. But
yeah.
I don't think I hit it.
Well,
I couldn't see a drop of blood.
no.
I don't know.
I wouldn't see nothing 4 hours later now anyway.
No, and it was raining then, so.
Well, there you go. Don't go to the field without your muzzleloader properly ready to go.
Yeah, evidently.
Holy for her.
Well, we shot the TC, you know, the one I gave to Ryland. That put the bullets right back to where, you know, with the saboted bullets. I was figured if that one shot, all right, evidently.
Everybody's different.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit out here much longer. Decided to move to another spot after I met with my brother. He went up further. I told him there was some fresh cuttings up there. He may take a walk through that, but I think the weather's just getting too much today. It's getting really windy. A lot of snow. I was hoping maybe something would come down there somewhere. I don't even trust my rifle now. Well, not rifle, but muzzleloader. I'm really not sure what's going on with it. Where is it shooting? How is it shooting? I don't really like shooting at anything with it right now. Wait, shot. I mean, there's always the issue when you shoot uphill or downhill. That's one thing I was doing. Then I was using a 250 grain bullet instead of a 270 grain. 270 is normally 50 caliber. 250 is a 45 caliber and a sabot. So I don't know. All that stuff obviously something made a difference. Because I was resting the gun right on this, nice and steady, rock solid, right on the vitals. And just slowly squeeze the trigger off. Who knows? Tomorrow's Sunday, but with all this snow, I don't know if I'm going to get to the range. The range is probably going to be buried in snow. I do got to check that zero on that gun. My brother went further up that way, so I'll just hang around here until he comes back through. Head home. This is definitely muzzleloader hunting in December. You got this
a lot of snow, blistery, blizzard type conditions. And you want the snow to track the deer, but obviously I can't do it, but we'll see.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Just want to give you an update on what's going on with the muzzleloader. What I forgot to mention, because I've forgotten all about it, but earlier that morning when I hunted the first place, I had slipped and fell backwards with my gun strapped to my back. I think that may have set the scope off a little bit. That's why I am assuming that's part of the whole equation of why I missed that buck at 100 yards. It should have been a simple shot. But now I went to go sight the gun and re-sight it in, and it wasn't hitting anywhere near where it was supposed to, like 6 or 8 inches low. So I went and checked the scope out, and this is a very good scope, a good quality scope. It's not the high end of the brand, but I'm not going to mention the brand because I don't want to give them a bad name, because everybody has bad scopes, and this is a lifetime warranty scope. But I took the cap off one of the top turrets, and the turret was just spinning when I was trying to reset the scope. It wasn't working right, so there's something wrong with the scope. So I'm going to send that back. In the meantime, I had to buy another scope. I bought a Vortex, but this Vortex, where I was at the gun store, they hardly had anything in stock. So this one was a 4-12 with an adjustable objective on it. So I decided to take that and put it on my 30-06, because I just had a regular 3-9 by 40 Vortex on my 30-06. So I took the scope off the 30-06, put it on the muzzleloader, and put the new scope on the 30-06. I'll sight that in later on. And I was hoping with the scope sighted in for the 30-06, so I hope it would be close on the muzzleloader. I tried shooting it yesterday, and the bullets were spraying all over the place. I was impatient, and it was in the 20s, and the wind was blowing, and it was a mist. It was freezing. And I know a couple of times when I was pushing that rod down, I don't think it was going down all the same distance as it started. So I went on a bunch of videos and checked them out, and Greg Ritz, one of the other guys I watch on video, he told me to, he didn't personally tell me, it was on the video, he said to slow down, stop, and clean your gun after every shot. Make sure everything's going. You need consistency, obviously, and just being impatient, and I was trying to push through that, and I was paying for it. So now I'm going to give it a try today. After every shot, I'm going to clean the gun, make sure everything's going down. I'm going to mark my rod, make sure everything's going the same exact level, and try and see what I can get. Also, I do have a laser bore sighter. I didn't realize it had a 50 caliber ring on it, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to laser bore sight the rifle and make sure it's hitting clean, and hopefully we can save some ammunition with that and get this thing done so we can get hunting, because today is Wednesday. You only got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 4 days, and the season's over for the year. So I am trying my best to get this thing going. Rylan shot his. We had him shoot his, and his is dead on. So worst comes to worst, we'll just go with him. I'll film him, or if he doesn't want to hunt, I'll borrow his, whichever. But yeah, let me show you what I got here. Yeah, here is my lead sled. I got the gun sitting on the lead sled. I'm gonna put my laser bore finder, laser range finder right there. Not laser range finder, laser bore sighter on in the barrel, and I got my truck. It says to put it at 25 feet. So I got the target at 25 feet. Is almost a center crosshairs. That's where you put your crosshairs on your gun, and then you put your laser at the dot. I don't know if I can get you to see that or not, but it says to get the laser on the dot below the crosshairs, and put the crosshairs on the spot above it, the X. So that's what I've done to bore sight it, laser bore sight it in. If I can zoom in for you here. That's as far as I can zoom in. You can see the laser dot on the dot. So we will see. That should have her on paper. This is the laser I have. SL100. Looks pretty good. I've had it quite a while. I forgot I've had it. I have a collimator one too, but that one only goes up to 45 caliber, so I thought I was kind of stuck until I realized I still had this, and I didn't realize I had the rings for it. So, well, it's on the lead sled. I'm gonna bring the lead sled back to the range and see what I can do. Get this thing going.